Hello FS1 and welcome to another video lesson with me, Mr. Mike. Today we're going to look at weather and seasons and also some of the places and activities you can do during different times of the year. So let's have a look. So we're going to start with some weather. Now here we've got a cloud. Now you might describe the weather as cloudy. And usually what happens when the sky is cloudy, especially when it's full of grey or black clouds? Rain. And we could call the day or the weather rainy. Or maybe say it's raining. But if it gets really cold, then you might see snow. Snowy, like a snowy day. Or it's snowing. Although it doesn't snow in Hong Kong really. But we do get lots of sun in Hong Kong. We could describe the weather as sunny. It's a sunny day. Ooh, wind. You can't really see wind, but you can see how it affects trees or plants, and you can feel it. You could also say it's windy. And here's a place that I like to go to when it's sunny, especially in the summer. Beach. There are lots of cool activities you can do at the beach on a nice sunny day. We'll have a look at some of them later. Mountain. So mountain is very high up. And as you get higher up, usually it feels colder and colder. So on mountains near the top, you get a lot of snow. And we're going to have a look at some activities you can do on a mountain in the snow a little bit later. And then last, the sea. I think we all know what we can do in the sea. People like going swimming, sailing. There's lots of things to do. Okay, let's have a look at a little story and then an activity that goes with the story. So you can read along and look at the pictures and listen to me. Number 1. I'm watching videos. I'm not working. He's in Canada. He's climbing a mountain. He isn't wearing a jacket. Number 2. They're on the beach, but it's raining. They're playing, but they aren't swimming. They're in Great Britain. 3. It's hot and sunny. They're wearing big hats. They're watching the kangaroos. It's Australia. 4. Canada, Great Britain, Australia. We're going around the world. We're having fun today. Okay guys, so below the little story is an activity to do. So if you look on the side, we have 4 sentences from the story, and then we have 3 different countries. So can you match the sentences to the countries? Have a look at the activity while I read the story one more time. I'm watching videos. I'm not working. He's in Canada. He's climbing a mountain. He isn't wearing a jacket. They're on the beach, but it's raining. They're playing, but they aren't swimming. They're in Great Britain. It's hot and sunny. They're wearing big hats. They're watching the kangaroos. It's Australia. Canada, Great Britain, Australia. We're going around the world. We're having fun today. So you can do that activity in your books. Okay, Next, we're going to have a look at the seasons. Now, there are 4 different seasons and some very different types of weather in those seasons. So let's have a look at some vocabulary. Spring. So spring is when there are lots of newborn animals and lots of flowers and leaves and plants growing everywhere. And the weather starts to get a little bit warmer after winter. Summer. That's usually the hottest time of the year. We get lots of sunshine, and it means we can go to places like the beach. Autumn. This is when a lot of trees and plants, their leaves turn brown or red or yellow, and they fall off the trees, and the trees and the plants become quite bare and empty. And it gets colder and colder until we get to winter. Now, in a lot of places around the world, when it gets to winter, it's so cold that you get snow. So let's have a look at a few activities you can do at different times of the year. Maybe you could have a picnic. You take lots of food to a field or a park or even the beach and eat it with your friends and family. Make a snowman. So if you're somewhere with lots of snow, you can build that snow up and make it look like a person. Plant flowers. So especially during springtime, you can plant new flowers. So when the weather gets a bit warmer and there's lots of rain, then the plants can grow and you can see your flowers growing. Play outside. Really, you can play outside at any time of the year. Just means you might need to change your clothes or think about how long you want to play outside. If it's springtime, you could probably play outside for quite a long time. But in winter, you might get really cold. So you wouldn't want to be outside a lot. And there are different activities and games and things you can do when you're outside. So let's have a look at a few more. We're going to have a look at some that you can do in summer and some activities that are good to do in winter. Make sandcastles. So I think you can guess which time of the year you want to do this. This would be during the summer. So it's nice and warm and you can spend lots of time at the beach with a bucket or a spade, digging up sand and building sandcastles. Have you ever made a sandcastle that big? I wonder how long it took the girls to make it. Another activity that's good to do in the summer is surfing. There are lots of different activities you can do in the sea in the summertime. Swimming, some kind of sailing, windsurfing, bodyboarding. And we've got surfing. It's quite difficult, but lots of people really enjoy it. And there are a few places you can do this in Hong Kong. Have you ever surfed before? So now we're going to have a look at 2 activities that are good to do during winter time when it's cold and snowy. So the first is snowboarding. A little bit like surfing, you stand on the board with your 2 feet. But here, instead of riding along on a wave in the sea, you go down the snow. There's another activity that's kind of similar to snowboarding, and that is skiing. So instead of being on one board, you have 2 smaller boards on each foot. And you use these poles to help you balance as you go down the mountain. Have you ever been skiing before? I'm sure some of you have. Okay, so that's the end of our video. We've seen lots of different types of weather, times of the year, places, and activities we can do. So, good luck with your worksheet, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.